I don't care what discount you have, bro. I'm not doing that for $100. Like, it's over. And shorty was still having a fit, ain't want to pay me. So I'm like, yo, get your ass back over here and pay me my money. So I'm chasing her ass out the shop and shit. Like,
That's what I'm on that model baby shit. On the grind stack and flip on that model baby shit. Okay? I'm on that model baby shit. On that grind stack and flip on that model baby.
what's good, model babies? Welcome back to my channel where growth is promoted, success is supported, and love is encouraged. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications so that you're alerted every single time your favorite YouTuber uploads a new video. And you don't want to miss out on any of my content. So, yeah, hit that bell right now. In today's story time, I'm finna be telling y'all how my client basically tried to scam me and get over on me and ain't want to pay me no money for my services. Now, in case you don't know, I'm a hairstylist. I can do hair. Like, this in my hair, I did this, period. Yeah, get right. Now, this client, she has been coming to me for, I want to say a year. Well, she started coming to me a year ago. And she's gotten her hair done a total of 3 times. Every time she has booked with me, she booked under a discounted price when I was doing a discount or like some big kind of deal I was doing. That was the only time she's ever booked with me. So that's number one. Take note. Now, when she booked with me this last time, the time she tried to play and not pay, I was doing a 40% discount where basically, well, up to 40% discount. And if I still have the picture, I will leave the picture right here to show y'all. Up to 40% off. It's not a guaranteed 40% off, it's up to 40% off. So with that being said, shorty booked 3 appointments, y'all. So her first appointment that she booked for extra small knotless butt length. Now when you're booking with me, you're supposed to put in the description what colors you want your hair and all that, because I'm supposed to be the one providing the hair for you. So she did not list that in the description. She basically ended up rebooking her appointment. She canceled that one. So I texted her, I'm like, hey, there's a $20 fee for when you're rescheduling. So she sent the fee, no big deal. Now this is for this one like time span, y'all. So she had her second appointment booked and she comes that day with her hair not washed. Now, I used to wash hair and blow dry hair, but I stopped doing that because I changed locations. And at the shop I was just at, there was no place for me to wash hair, no place for me to blow dry hair. So it wasn't even possible for me to wash and blow dry hair if I wanted to anymore. With that being said, she came with her hair not washed and blown out. And I'm like, well, if you just washed your hair, you know, I could still do it, but I just want you to get what you're paying for. Like, I want your braids to last. I want, you know, I want all that stuff to go right. So she's like, do you mind looking at it before, you know? Because to me, her hair looks straight. Like, it's literally straight. So I'm like, oh, like, you know, you're good unless it's dirty. So she's like, could you take a look at it before, you know, we move on with the services? So I look at her hair, and her hair is, she basically has a whole bunch of dandruff. So I'm like, yeah, you might just want to go home, wash your hair, and reschedule your appointment. It ain't gonna work. And I ain't doing your hair with all that dandruff in it. So she's like, okay, I'll reschedule whatever. Now, when she's rescheduling, she's like, what days do you have available? So I grab my tablet, I tell her what days I have available. Now, mind you, this is Monday. Her original appointment was, well, her rescheduled appointment was Monday. So she's here Monday and we're rescheduling her appointment for a second time in 1 month. She's like, yeah, did you see my message about the color I wanted? I'm like, yeah, I got your message. You know, the hair was already set up, babe. The hair was already set up, prepped, and all that. So she actually ended up changing her mind about the size and stuff she wanted, but that's besides the point, whatever. We're setting up her third appointment for this 1 month. She's telling me, oh, could you do it exactly how you did it the first time I came to you? Now, the first time she came to me, I will insert a picture right here. She got some knotless braids. Her hair was tucked very well. She has a whole bunch of hair and her hair is thick. Now, when she first came to me, she asked if I knew how to tuck hair. And I'm like, yes, I know how to tuck hair. And she's like, okay, cool. So When she first came to me the first time, she tells me, oh yeah, I usually fly out to Chicago to get my braids done because nobody in Rochester knows how to tuck here. Nobody knows how to do what I need. And I'm like, oh yeah, like I got you, you know, like you came to the right person. She's like, yeah, I was looking at your work and I just love how it's very neat, like nothing is off about it. Everything looks good. She booked for tucking, which at the time I didn't charge extra for tucking because I literally just started tucking here. And I just didn't charge extra for it at the time. Her first time coming to me, I never charged her extra for the tucking or anything. Like I said, she came to me a total of 3 times. When she comes to me on Monday, when I tell her I can't wash her hair and we're rescheduling her 3rd appointment, she tells me like, hey, I want it done the exact same way you did it the first time. So I'm like, all right, do you want it tucked? Because I didn't see that you added tucking as an add-on when you booked your appointment. And it's extra for tucking. She's like, I want whatever you did last time. Whatever you did the first time, that's exactly what I want. Just do that. Give me that. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I get the okay for the tucking and, you know, the same colors that she had last time, which I already had prepped. Now, she has already inconvenienced me an amount of, I don't know how many times so far in this 1 month for one appointment. Her appointment date finally comes up. She shows up late. Mind you, every time this girl has booked, she has showed up late. Like, not super late, but she always shows up at least 10 to 15 minutes late for whatever reason. She doesn't tell me, I don't know. So she came late, and she came late on that Monday too, the day that she had came in and didn't have her hair washed and had to reschedule. She came late that day too, so that was a major waste of time that day. Then her appointment date, she came late, and I had another client after her, so that was really inconveniencing me to the max, and my other client. So yeah, she comes that day and I'm doing her hair. We're talking a little bit, blah 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 blah. She wanted to work in the shop that I was at that time, so I was telling her about that. We were just talking, whatever. And she does nails too, so let me make sure, did I do this good? Ooh, no, that's not good. I just have oil in here, y'all. I put tea tree oil in here, but it makes my eyebrows look good. She comes that day, I'm doing her hair. I finally get done with her hair, whatever. Now, y'all, it took me forever to do her hair. I started at 9. I did not get done until 6 o'clock in the evening, I want to say. And she got them butt length. Now, she had the whitish blonde color, bro. And she has pitch black hair. Long hair, a lot of hair, thick hair at that, and I had to tuck every piece. Now, when she came to me that Monday, she asked me what was tucking, which I don't understand how you don't know what tucking is when you ask if I knew how to tuck. I told her, I'm like, yeah, so if you get tucked, like 1 to 2 inches at the top will not be tucked. Like, I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. I didn't even say I don't know how to do that. I can't do that. I just said like 1 to 2 inches of black hair will be shown at the roots. Then the rest will be tucked, is exactly what I told that lady. So she's like, okay, yeah, just give me whatever I had last time, whatever. So I did that. I delivered exactly what she had last time. I kid you not. And when we're done, she's like, so how much do I owe you? I owe you 140. Or no, she said, I owe you 100 or something like that. And I'm like, I ain't saying nothing. I'm just like, I could double check the price for you right now. I don't want to give you the wrong price. Just give me one moment to look. So I get on my tablet. I'm looking. I'm like, it'll be 179 or I don't know what I said. I think it was 240. She owed me 240. Like, why would you think some extra small knotless butt length plus tucking plus color and all that is finna be $100? I don't care what discount you have, bro. I'm not doing that for $100. Like, it's over. I don't remember exact prices, but she owed me something around near. And mind you, I gave this girl mad discounts. I did not charge her extra for a late fee. I didn't do none of that. I didn't do it. She's standing there for a minute and she's like, how did you get that price? And I'm like, it's $180 for the braids plus $60 for tucking. Wait, hold on, I gotta add this up because I don't even know if this even makes sense. $180 for the braids plus $50 for butt length equals $230. So $230, 10% off $230 is like I said, she booked underneath that up to 40% discount, but since she booked like close towards the end of the sale, she only had 10% off. So 10% off of $230 is $207 plus 50 equals $257. Okay, so it must have been $257. I don't even think I charged her that. Like, I think I charged her less. I don't remember the exact prices, like I said, because I was giving her deals and discounts and stuff, so I didn't charge her for every little thing. And let's say it was $207 plus $50 for tucking. So that equals $257. Shorty, price is $257. And she's like, oh, well, I still don't know how you got that. Yo, I broke the price down to her. I showed her how much the braids were on the site. I went back to the site. I went back to the add-on prices. I showed that girl everything. I broke it down to her straight like that. I broke it down to her. And shorty was still having a fit, ain't want to pay me. So I'm like, yo, get your ass back over here and pay me my money. Give me my motherfucking money. I ain't finna play with you. So I'm chasing her ass out the shop and shit. Like, nah, I'm playing. I ain't playing. I ain't doing all that. But anyways, she didn't want to pay, so she was so mad. She had the worst attitude. I'm over here being nice and professional. Mind you, my client was there waiting for me to finish her hair. I already texted my client like, hey, do you mind coming an hour later? I'm behind with my first client because she came in late. So my client was like, yeah, whatever, I'll come in an hour later. Thank God she did. But even when she got there, she was still sitting there waiting for me to finish this girl here, because this client, she done took mad breaks. Shorty done went and got her food, all that. She done did mad stuff in the time that I'm supposed to be doing your hair, and I have another client right after you. She was so mad about that. She didn't want to pay me. And she was even short. She was short some money and was like, oh, well, I gotta go get the rest of the money. I'm like, it's cool. Like, you good. Just go ahead. I'm good with what I got. I ain't even finna stress it. I don't want to service you no more, none of that. Because if I'm explaining my price, like, and you're mad because you're paying extra for something, like, come on now. Now, this is where it get crazy. I'm finna pull out the messages Shorty done sent me. Now, here we go. She texted me a day later. Now, mind you, she has never had a problem with her hair, with how I've done her hair or anything. No other time she's booked. It's only this time. The only time that she's had a problem with paying me. She says, this the next day. I'm gonna put it right here for y'all too. Good morning. I just wanted to share with you that I completely don't like what happened yesterday. I'm unsure of what happened yesterday because nothing happened. What, you didn't want to pay me? Anyways, but I didn't want to make a fuss in front of your client. Nowhere on your booking site did I choose tucking. I saw the option and didn't want it, and you still charged me for something that I didn't ask for. That made me extremely uncomfortable, but again, I didn't want to make a fuss in front of your client. First of all, you came in Monday and we discussed tucking. So yeah, technically you didn't put it on the site, which is why I asked you. I said, hey, I noticed that you didn't put tucking as an add-on for your braid services that you're supposed to receive from me. And you're telling me right now that you want the same exact thing that I gave you the first time you booked for the same exact style. You say, yes, I want exactly what I had last time. Just do whatever you did for me the first time you did my hair. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I go ahead and tuck Shorty hair up. Then she goes on to say, I also had to come home and re-dip my hair because it wasn't laying like it usually would lay after it's dipped. Now that is a bold-faced lie, because I make sure the hair is laid. And I know that this specific client, she's a little picky. So of course I'm gonna make sure your hair is laid. Another thing, before each and every single one of my clients leave, I say, hey, could you check the mirror for me? Let me know how you feel about your hair before you leave. Let me know if there's anything you like for me to change. Now, I did have another client sitting there, but this specific client, she has spoken up about her ends before. So I definitely made sure her ends were dipped. Every single end was straight as a bone. Straight. I cannot stress it enough. Her hair was good. Okay? And I didn't even get to take pictures of this specific style in time because I had another client right there. And I told her, I said, you know, I usually take pictures, but I don't want to have this client waiting any longer. This was the one time I should have gotten pictures. The one time I should have gotten pictures. So she sends a picture and says, this just isn't tucked for me, hun, and that's why I didn't choose the option to tuck on your site. So I absolutely wasn't comfortable paying an extra $50 for that option. Now, tucking is actually more than $50 extra. I only charged her $50 extra. So then the next day, after I didn't reply because it's like, okay, like, there's nothing I can really do at this point because I already gave you mad discounts. I didn't charge you for a whole bunch of stuff that I really should have and could have charged you for because you inconvenienced me so much completely. Like, so I just didn't say anything. Like, I'm the type, when my clients usually come to me with complaints or whatever, which rarely happens, but when they do, I say, okay, let's go about it this way. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, blah, 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 blah. I could discount you money off in your next style, and I'll also send you some of your money back because, you know, like, we both got to be happy with this, which I rarely never have to do. I've only had to do that 3 times out of how many years I've been braiding. Like, come on, braider, then you know. Sometimes you just have those clients that be doing too much and that just be wanting free shit. And that just be wanting money off on every single thing. If you know, you know. Period. If you know, you know. And the next day, she texts me after I never replied because I'm not finna go back and forth with you at all. Like, your hair was tucked. Like, it was too much to say for me to even say it to her. So she was like, it was never about the money, but always the principle. Hence why I paid the excessive deposits and balances. First of all, the deposit is only $40, which I provide everything for you. And you always book when there's a discount. That's the only time you book with me, is when I'm doing a big discount. Then she says, but the fact that I supported you since you were doing hair in an apartment, I thought you would offer some type of resolve yesterday. Resolution? Anyways, catch your tucking game up before you start being money hungry, charging for a service you can't do. Now you're trying to play me. Now you're trying to play in my face. And now you're coming for me. I don't feed into stuff like this. Like, when she texted this, I didn't read it until I was telling my mom about the situation. This sat here for days before I even read it. When I see people typing long paragraphs and I see 1 to 2 negative things, skimming over it, not even skimming over it, taking a glance at it, I won't read it. It just ain't worth my energy. It says, the fact that I supported you since you were doing hair in an apartment. What do you mean? Support? This is my business. It's not support. This is my job. This is what I do. This is how I make my money. It's not support. You book with me because you want services done by me, which is what you clearly told me when you first came to me. So yeah, support? Like, come on now. I could see if you were saying, oh yeah, I've been subscribed to your YouTube channel, I've been supporting you. No. You've been receiving services from me. I do you a favor and you pay me for the favor. Simple. It's not support. That's not a support thing. I'm sorry, but that's just not a support thing. Talk about catch your tucking game up before you start being money hungry. Me? Money hungry? I didn't charge you for a whole bunch of stuff. I didn't charge you the original price for tucking. I didn't charge you for coming late multiple times. I didn't charge you another rescheduling fee, which you should have been charged. There's so much stuff that I did not charge you for just because I'm not a money hungry person. Like, come on now. If anybody knows me, they know that. I've never been money hungry. And I do this with all my clients. I just give discounts to give discounts. I don't charge for certain stuff just because I'm not finna do that. Like, I'm not finna charge you for every little single thing, you know? If I was money hungry, I could have gotten way more. I could have gotten $400 from her, to be honest. And hold on. Ain't nothing wrong with doing hair from your apartment. So I don't know what Shorty was talking about. I've been supporting you since you've been doing hair from your apartment, okay? And you love my apartment. So come on now. My apartment was never dirty. My apartment was in fact a better place for me to do hair. All my clients loved it more at my apartment. We had a snack cart. We had a TV. I let them pick what shows they want to watch. A nice, clean, quiet environment. All that. Like, I was washing y'all hair, massaging y'all scalp. I was doing mad stuff. So yeah, we ain't even finna go to that apartment thing. Then she goes on to say, because you absolutely took advantage of me yesterday, and I'm in this industry, so I'm aware when I see it. She does nails. And if you're in the industry, like, come on now. Like, I ain't even finna say nothing about that. I don't know where your conscience is, but I would feel like scum if I did a supporting client like that. Money is not that important to take advantage of someone who supports. I would just love to know what I took advantage of. Then you're talking about you would feel like scum? Like, what? You're basically telling me I should feel like scum. Because what? How did I take advantage of you? If anything, you took advantage of me. I stood on my feet all that time braiding and tucking your hair, and you didn't want to pay me for something that I did? Whether you thought I knew how to do it or not, if I'm charging extra for it, and you know that I'm charging extra for it, you asked me how much extra tucking was Monday when you came to rebook your appointment for the third time. Then she sends this picture of her hair, which is not tucked. This is not tucked. And this is also not my work. Your hair is definitely not tucked in these pictures, hun. Talk about something. Then you trying to sound bougie. Talk about I fly to Chicago to get my hair done. Girl, no you don't. Stop lying. Because you don't even want to pay me my prices. So how do you fly to Chicago just for braids? Like, come on now, stop. Stop the cat. So she sends the picture of her hair and says, and FYI, this is who I fly to Chicago to for tucking when I want it, because it actually gets tucked. I'm going to zoom in on the picture and place it right here for y'all so y'all can see that it's not tucked. Then she says, you're not there yet, honey, and that's fine, but don't charge people for it. That's why you couldn't produce the picture I asked for to show me you could tuck. What? What? What is she talking about? Hold on, no, because this is kind of funny now. She says, that's why you couldn't produce. First of all, do you mean provide? That's why you couldn't provide the picture I asked for to show me you could tuck. She never asked for a picture. I'll go up in these messages and show y'all. She never once asked for a picture. And if you've had your hair tucked before by me, you would know. You know how my tucking looks. You know that I know how to tuck hair. Can we not play now? Like, are we done? Then she says, because it didn't exist. First of all, you're typing dumb. Go to school. Rewire your brain to type correctly. Stop texting me like this. Then she says, thanks for taking advantage of me. The experience was terrible overall, but definitely after this. What? The experience was terrible overall. So every time you came to me, the experience was bad. And now, after this, it made it terrible. Like, what? I bet you she still got them braids in, though. I bet you she still got them braids in. And not only because she paid for it, because they cute. Because they fine. Yeah, let's talk about it, hun. She's one of those, like, if you do hair or you do nails or like you're in this type of business type thing, then you know, like, you just have some clients that are cheap. You just have some clients that don't want to pay. You have clients that want the most and don't want to pay for the most. Some clients just don't want to pay, and she's one of those. She's one of those. I did raise my prices, and this was her first time coming back to me since my prices have been like raised like that. You never had no problem when you was paying $100 for braids. You never had a problem when you was paying $125, $160 for braids. Now because you're paying $200 for braids, it's a problem? No. Like, you have to understand, when I elevate, my price is going to elevate too. If I'm in a shop now, if my work is better, period, if like I'm using better products, if I'm providing the hair, if I'm offering way more, of course I should be getting paid way more. What did you think this was? Like, come on now. You should know better. You should know better. Then you're saying you're in this industry, right? You're in this industry, you should know. I'm not going to argue with no clients, and if you text me something negative like that, you don't get a text back from me. And that goes for anybody, client or not. I don't like seeing or hearing or putting negative things into my mind just because it's not worth it. Like, I don't deserve to hear that. Positivity only, and I stand on that. She would have gone about this another way instead of texting me nasty stuff like that, instead of texting me angry like that. Shorty could have gotten a discount. Shorty could have gotten money back. No problem at all. No problem at all. No sweat off my back. But because you're texting me nasty stuff, you're trying to put me down. Someone that supports you is not going to put you down. With that being said, that's pretty much the end of this story time. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Y'all let me know if y'all had any clients like this before, or what y'all would have done in my situation. If you haven't already done so, please be sure to subscribe. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.